My dear child, when you get sick, you always ask me why I am suffering with this disease and why don't you heal mine. Sometimes you may get healed soon, or else may take more time to get healed, or may not. But you know that I will never do anything, and that is not good for you. So I have a plan, and through that, I also have purpose too. Think when you are sick, and how often do you call on me for healing, and how much your faith has increased through it. So just think when you are sick, and how often the people around you call on me for your healing, and how strongly they hold their faith in me. So then, why can't you think that your sickness is my plan to get you and the people around you to get more close to me and increase the faith in me? So don't worry, everything happens as per my plan. So, my child, know that every promise that I make is always yes. So don't worry about when and how it will happen. In the right time, when you get prepared, it will happen. And I know you are waiting for a long time, but trust me. So it will never be wasted, and I will bring joy to you because of your faithfulness in me. So trust me, and you are not alone, and I am always with you. And what I started, I will end with the great blessings more than you expect. So, my child, know that before I sent my son to this world, I told about it to my prophets, and they prophesied it to the world, and it happened. So, before he will die for each and everyone's sins, I told about it to my prophets, and they prophesied it to the world. So it too happened, and in the same way, if you open your eyes and look, each and everything that are happening around is and what was already prophesied for a purpose for his second coming. So make sure you are prepared for that, and it will happen. So, my child, know that the world would be lost without your kind and loving energy, and the universe took a great deal of time orchestrating your journey and molding you into the ethereal being you are now. So, your light is beyond powerful, and it is meant to effortlessly chase shadow away. So it is meant to inspire those who can't move past their own limitations. So it is meant to increase the energy of any room it enters. So don't let the bitter, ungrateful energy of those who struggle to find their own light rob you of the beautiful work you have put into claiming yours. So you are highly skilled and transcending above the and all the negativity with all the practice you have received right. And it is as easy as breathing to you now. And ever since you graciously accepted the universe offer to take full responsibility for your journey. So you have been outgrowing old habits and inadequate traits at a divine rate. So every dark corner you have been through, it does not stay dark for long, my child. Your light can't help but be brilliant everywhere you go, and the universe felt it with the first pulse of your creation. So you are special in more ways than one, and it's time to you to feel it too. So diamonds are forever, and so is your light. All that pressure did exactly what it was supposed to do, so transforms you into the beautiful, extraordinary, rare gem that you are today. So, my child, know that the amount of happiness you have matters not only be happy for yourself but stay happy for the planet. So, when you feel happy, you vibrate at a higher frequency. Make yourself a happier person and you will raise the vibration around you. Always wear a smile on your face because it's your superpower. Laugh often because your laughter is contagious. You create a positive impact on the lives of others by spreading happiness. Do whatever brings you joy and have a fun as much as you can. The world needs you to be happy. You have a sacred influence. You are here to make a difference simply by living life light-heartedly. So, my child, know that nothing lasts forever, and that means the hardships and the pain you are going through right now would not stay forever and either. And that means you will find a way to heal. So remember, life has its season, and one after another, they arrive and they leave. So you may feel like you would not survive this season of pain, the struggles you are dealing with, but I assure you, you will. So, like the seasons of light, your circumstances will change too. And I hope that this period of change makes you realize your inner power, the incredible strength of your heart too. So, my child, know that it is all going to work out even better than you could plan. So, surrender to the magic of the universe. So accept the reality that you cannot predict the future. Your visions help you imagine your goals, but leave space for the miracles of God. And your visions and your goals are driving you in a powerful direction. So ask the universe for the support you need to reach the next level of life. So you will never be given a challenge that you cannot overcome. So, my child, know that it will all work out in your favor, and all you can control is how you respond to the current situation at hand. And this will always be circumstances outside of your control. And when you consciously choose to respond to these external circumstances rather than react, so you became the architect of your reality rather than a pawn in someone else. When you consciously move through the desire to emotionally react and step into a space of conscious response, and you are on the path to mastery. So, my child, know that the energy that you radiate in this moment determines what you will attract in the future. So always be focused on what you are being while doing something, and if you keep taking action and it is not in alignment with your highest self, you might definitely get something that feeds the ego, but you would not feel like your highest self. So make being your priority rather than doing, and be your highest self now and let go of the attachment to the outcome of any action. So just do things because you simply enjoy doing them, and you are a human being, not a human doing. So, my child, know that life is about to change in your favor. Endings are always beginnings, and your potentials for new possibilities is limitless. So, you are exiting one phase and entering into another, which requires patience, focus on crafting the details of what you want next. Your persistence, your happiness will pay off soon. Prepare because it only takes one opportunity for everything to fall into place. So trust things will work in your favor, and honor the part of you that just knows just because it does not make rational sense in your head does not mean it is not right. And just because it looks a little different than the path others are on does not mean you are heading in the wrong direction. So sometimes you just know, and you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to translate your heart's wisdom into something easily digestible that others will understand. So if every cell in your body tells you this is the way, trust your own inner guidance system. And that is the only permission you need to step forward, to make your own path, and to write your own story, and to live. So, my child, know that you are not losing money, you are losing the old you. You are losing the old energy to make way for more abundance into your life. So, stop fighting or trying to hold on to anything. Lose control and release fear and let it all go. So, if you are taking the risky path, but it is aligned with your knowing, and you are not doing it wrong because you are aligning with your true self. And it's time to embody what you preach or know and be dead. Anyone who attacks you is out of control from within, and their darkness is being revealed through your light. So, my child, know that one thing that you have got to stop doing is using other people's achievements and blessings to tear yourself down. So ultimately, comparing yourself to others is the work of the ego, and your true self would not do that because it knows that your worth is not based upon achievements and not is it comparable to anyone or anything else. So knowing this in those moments when you are shaming yourself over someone else's blessings or past life, use that as an indication that you are not centered. So is a reminder to step back and to refocus upon your own blessings and becoming your best self. So my child, know that. I hope that you want more for yourself, that you see a future where you are thriving and living your best life because deep down you know that it is what you deserve. So, despite your insecurities, despite your fears, despite all the challenges that you have failed to live up to all the dreams that you are yet to fulfill. And I hope that you still have a faith in what you can achieve and all that you can make happen in your journey. And I hope that you don't give up, not now, not tomorrow, not ever, not because giving up is a sign of failure. So, no, but because giving up is a sign that you no longer believe in that hurt of yours. Giving up is a sign that you don't see any point in getting up once more, and that is not what I see for you. So I see a bright future for you and all your wishes coming true. And I see love, friendship, and a room filled with people and celebrating you. And I see bright, dew mornings with a sunrise that brightens up your day, and mild evenings where being alone does not make you feel lonely. And I hope that you see all these things for yourself too, because life is both long and short, and it can be very easy to get lost in the months and years that pass you by. So, without realizing just how much this life can do for you and how much you can do for yourself, I hope that you see all of this and I hope that you don't give up on yourself. So, my child, know that it is time to lay down the burdens you have been carrying for so long, and they are no longer necessary for your journey ahead. And instead, know that at any time you can choose the lighter energies of trust, faith, and gratitude. Trust that the wisdom of your soul will guide you through this situation. So, faith that just as winter inevitably gives way to spring, with awareness, this burden will ultimately give way to a greater expression of love, understanding, and compassion within you. And gratitude for the important lessons that could only be learned from facing this challenge. And what is the highest teaching and greatest gift this burden has given you? So remember, beautiful souls, the grace of every burden is the opportunity to overcome it. Life is constantly changing and evolving, and sometimes it feels as if all you can do is hold on for dear life and hope that change leads to something good, right? So it can be scary not knowing what to expect for the future, and what if, instead of giving in to this fear of the unknown, you relaxed into the knowledge that you already have the ability to handle whatever life brings your way. So you have figured out how to get through life this long, and could you trust that you will figure it out again? So change is simply a reminder to refocus on what you want and what is truly important and what makes your heart sing. So remember, as you go through any transition or change, being kind, being loving, and being supportive to yourself will create much more harmonious results than being hard on yourself ever could. So, my child, know that everything grows and changes when it's loved well, people included when loves enter the equation, and it has a transformational quality unlike anything else that exists. When we are in the thick of the problem, we don't need to be reminded of how bad the problem is. We need help finding solutions we cannot yet see. When we are most convinced of our own inadequacy, we don't need to be reminded that our complexes are real. We need help seeing ourselves in a new light when we don't know how to move forward, and we don't need to be reminded that we are stuck. So we need to be show the way, and the people who focus on and characterize you by the state of your life as it is are often and not the ones who are going to help you and move it to. So where you would want it and need it to be, and they never had any intention of doing so. So either the ones who want to help will forgive you and make you feel at easy. So the ones who want to help will focus on the possibilities over the limitations, and the ones who want to help will guide you back to the person you. And we actually don't need any more judgment in the world, and we need more people willing to love others where they are and watch as that love helps heal them into where they want to be, really are, and the person within that they can't still see. So we actually don't need any more judgment in the world. We need more people willing to love others where they are and watch as that love helps heal them into where they want to be. So life will not betray you, it would not unleash negative circumstances, and if you anticipate the positive and dwell on uplifting thoughts. Its role remains to mirror unfallingly and without expectation the inner canvas of your thoughts, faithful reflection of your expectations and beliefs. The acceptance of the end wills the means towards the fulfillment of that end, and do not be concerned with anything save the end. Always bear in mind that the responsibility to make it so is completely removed from your shoulders. So, my child, know that. You might think of anxiety as a negative thing many people do. We don't like to feel anxious. We don't just want to be controlled by it, we judge ourselves for being anxious, feel shame, or try to distract ourselves. But it is natural to feel anxious from time to time. Of course, it does not feel good to be anxious, but anxiety itself is not bad. It is actually a natural way that our body reacts when we have been holding on to fear and stress. And anxiety is how our body indicates that there is something going on under the surface that needs our attention. So, usually it means we need to slow down and pay attention to what we feel and need. So, oftentimes, when we experience anxiety, we are perpetuating the problem without realizing it. So, we don't like how the anxiety makes us feel, so we fight against it and try to make the feeling go away. But when we try to make our uncomfortable emotions go away, we are suppressing them. So they don't really go away, they go into our unconscious mind, which play out in our bodies. So we end up with all this fear trapped in our body, and eventually we came undone and break down with an anxiety attack. But one surprisingly effective strategy to deal with an anxiety attack is to give in to it, and that is right, just let yourself have it instead of fighting the feeling. And welcome it, we call this befriending our emotions. One way to do this is to talk to yourself, God, a friend, or even to the emotion itself. And while you are feeling the emotions, write it out and tell yourself, we have felt extremely anxious before and it would not kill me. God has helped me survive this before. I would not suffocate. I'm just anxious because I have a lot of feelings and I need to talk and pray through. And then start breathing and praying, or imagine being in a beautiful, peaceful scene. Better yet, fix your thoughts to a comforting Bible passage like plasma. So, as we became aware of our personal emotions and needs, receive the empathy from an ambassador of Jesus that calms us down, and learn to rely on God's presence and grace, and we will experience freedom from anxiety. So, my child, know that Jesus cares about your mental health and He wants to listen to you, share your feelings, thoughts, needs, and desires. So, He wants to hear about what is going on in your life and how it is affecting you. And as you do, ask Jesus to reveal where He was with you. It might help you to journal your responses and prayers, and as you do this, or it might help you to talk to a soul friend and spiritual director who can listen and minister God's love, empathy, and grace to you. And as you process and share with Jesus, remember that His heart is open to you and He will never leave you, never shame you, and never reject you. His eyes shine with delight in you. He smiles in your presence. He enjoys knowing you and being your friend. And he loves you more than you will ever comprehend. Dear God, know that I own everything that I have built myself to be. I stopped giving my power away and I reclaimed it. I free myself from the tight grip self doubt had over me. I shed light on the shadow of not good enough that was relentlessly following me, and I was done trying to be more of this or less of that, and I was done silencing my voice or downplaying myself. So, being called easy or low maintenance is no longer a compliment. I get to be all of me and I get to show up fully as I am. So, like me as I am, or don't either way, I like me. So, my child, know that. And the Lord speak unto Aaron, thou shalt have no inheritance in their land, neither shalt thou have any part among them. So I am the part and thine inheritance among the children of Israel. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance. And for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation. And lest they bear sin and die, but the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear their equity, and it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. So that among the children of Israel, and they have no inheritance, but the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer is and have offering unto the Lord. And I have given to the Levites to inherit, therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Israel, and they shall have no inheritance. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes come through, type Amen.